The Star Wars universe has never been short of locations to inspire levels, yet with all these possibilities, we're always drawn, as if pulled in by some sort of tractor beam, to one particular location, and it's one that can always be fired when ready.
We're sending a squad.
While the films only ever gave us a glimpse into the interior of the Death Star, video games have been able to take full advantage of this unexplored location as a blank canvas, creating numerous interpretations and reasons to revisit this famous, fully operational space station. Most video game representations appeared as final stages late in the game, kind of like Bowser's Castle but in space. They emphasised its uninviting atmosphere by employing cold grey steel walls and polished black floors, a definite contrast to the warm oranges and natural tones used by the Rebel Alliance. The scale of the station could also overwhelm and intimidate players. One minute you're lost in a labyrinth of identical industrial corridors, the next you're dwarfed by TIE fighters and walkers in an enormous hangar. Everything about the Death Star made you feel tiny and insignificant, like you were lost in the inner workings of a giant machine. Being built entirely around a gigantic weapon, there's never been a shortage of deadly obstacles when exploring the Death Star. Everything from ruthless security droids, deadly lasers, and of course bottomless pits and precarious platforms to lose your footing on. Flying around the Death Star was another way to show off its enormous scale. From the outside, it maintained its unwelcoming facade. Any attempt to get close usually resulted in a barrage of inaccurate lasers blasting across our noses. That was until we eventually could find a safe-looking trench to run through.
You switched off your targeting computer. What's wrong?
No matter what scenario led players back to the Death Star, a few things were always certain. You were never usually invited there, you should always steer clear of the trash compactors, and don't stick around long enough to see the fireworks. The Death Star. It's no moon.